It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Miami Dolphins. And it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 24.
Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Miami. Kevontae Turpin now to return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
It's been a lot of fun watching him advance in his career. Many people question his ability to throw the football coming out of Mississippi State. He's conclusively answered that question. In addition, a very strong runner and an even better leader.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Pollard again. Oh, he's got a little daylight. There he goes, right side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 50 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game. He's off to a great start here in this first quarter. It seems like this defense is probably going to have trouble containing him.
I would agree with that. I love the observation. And here's the thing. Their game plan coming to fruition. You knew that they came in thinking that they could run it, and now they're proving that they can and doing it in a big way.
It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll make it second down.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 25-yard line.
46. Gtowncapp.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Pollard going to try the right side. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll run for it with Pollard. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
Well, that's what's called being aggressive right there. But I don't know that it's reckless. I think it's much more of a message. Hey, defense, I believe in you in case we don't get it. And offense, trying to let him know he believes in them as well.
I like it. Your first drive of the game in plus territory. Be aggressive. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
He was brought down by Brandon Jones. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 12-yard line.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Prescott fires one out wide, complete. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Bradley Chubb in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. Defensively, they were all over that. When he decided to keep it, there were a lot of eyes just darted on him.
I wonder if he followed the progressions properly there. I think maybe he really wanted to run with the football. Turned out not to be the correct decision.
Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game. And
that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
And when you watch him play, everything just looks like it comes so naturally to him. When he's dialed in and finds that zone, passes are crisp, he sees the field really well, and he takes charge as the leader of this offense. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout.
And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 11. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Holding. Offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Get right here. Hey, 21 TX. Out.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. That swung out to Mostert. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Solo like Zion.
Tua going to throw. He'll hit Mostert again here. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger gain.
21G, 21G.
Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down.
Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. And I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
Turbo one high.
Back to the running game with Mostert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it 2nd down and 11.
Ready. TX.
Here's Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
A run with Mostert up the middle.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Second down, here's Mostert again.
And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 23. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
3rd and 2.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. Watch it, Oscar.
Looking to pass. Tua.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Miami Dolphins. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Here's Mostert.
And he stopped immediately there. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Hey, turbo 2. Turbo 2. Turbo 2.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Off of play action. Tagovailoa. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. This is the most important of them all. 3rd and goal. Tua sets up to pass it. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Dolphins have taken the lead.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits were on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
On the return, this is Turpin taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 23-yard line.
Now Prescott. There again is Cooks, complete. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
3rd and short yardage, Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Lamb will go in motion.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Lamb will go in motion.
They just get the play off. Now Prescott. And that's complete to Cooks. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Out of the gun to give to Pollard.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
76 yards on the ground here for Pollard. This is a first down. Lamb will go in motion.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. He gets it to Cooks. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Lamb will go in motion.
Prescott on 1st down.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Lamb will go in motion.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Prescott.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Now the Cowboys are going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Lamb will go in motion.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Prescott off play action. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first, this one from 38. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will do it for this first half. So we're at halftime with our score 7-6. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Tua.
They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane.
So given 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 6.
Solo left Zion. 21G, 21G.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
Taking it about the 36. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
What we've seen so far in this game, they're not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
2nd and 10.
kill. Kill, kill. Go, go, go. Get out there, get out there.
Running right, it's Pollard.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Gonna run again here with Pollard. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Second down, Prescott. He finds his man, Pollard. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Lamb will go in motion.
First down, Prescott. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Trying to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
We're going 47. Hey, 47.
On second down, Prescott again. Flush to his right.
Pass to Tony Pollard out of the backfield.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
They'll run with Pollard.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Pollard.
No gain on the play that time. So a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown. Offensively, are you saying, let's go for this, let's try to get it in the end zone?
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
So, CD, maybe put a pin in that one as this game progresses. It's a field goal that gets them the lead here in the 3rd, but, boy, you hate settling for 3 when you're that close to the goal line.
Well, it certainly pains me to say it, but I do think it was the right call. Now, if they lose, you and I both know that'd be one of the things that gets second-guessed. Why didn't you go for it on 4th and goal? But I know the mindset was take the points, get the lead. And, by the way, if they went for it and got stuffed, they'd second-guess that, too.
They're going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25. Miami set to take over. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, The goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Mostert hit and he drops the ball.
Wow, that ball is not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Hey! 20, GX. Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. Watson, Oscar. Let's go. Out.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun.
Throw caught by Achane.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Ready, shot.
A handoff running left is Mostert.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL. Back now in Miami. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Tua going to throw.
Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone. First down.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire season.
Well, he will take it in for the Dolphins touchdown.
Raheem Mostert
from 17 yards out.
And the Dolphins have taken a 4th quarter lead. This has definitely been a back and forth affair, and now they have the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but it felt like their offense told them, don't worry about it, we got your backs. We'll come back with a touchdown of our own, and they did.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is up to 5. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
On the return, this is Turpin. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here.
46.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Play fake. Here's Prescott. They'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. And now they're in the hurry up. Play action now. Prescott.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
On 3rd down. Prescott. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up fourth. Now it's first.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Lamb in motion left. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 114 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Cooks will come in motion right. They go back to Pollard on second down. Only a yard in the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Here we go on 4th down. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Here we go 46. Here we go 47. Hey, 47. Go, go, go. Get out there, get out there. Under. 26.
Throwing, Prescott.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And able to get this to the 31.
Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 6.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert.
And he's got a first down following a pickup of about 13 as we will take a pause here for the 2-minute warning. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
On second down, Mostert.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
On third down, here comes Mostert.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Sanders' kick is good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do. We kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away.
And he returns this to the 22.
So Dak and the Cowboys down by 8. A minute 25 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down.
Now Dak. Into the hands of Cooks.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Plenty of time to work with here, but the timeouts, they're gone. Here's 1st and 10.
Complete. Pollard. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Now 2nd down and a few inches.
10 yards on the pickup.
Here's Prescott. Pollard here once again, back-to-back catches.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play.
Prescott. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Dolphins have just about sewn up this football game. Well, this game has not been short on intrigue, but that's the backbreaker right there, and it's going to put any hope of victory to bed.
Yeah, they knew they needed the touchdown, and when you have that little time remaining, they know they've got no choice except to go for broke, and that they...
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
He's on his way.
And he's across for a late touchdown. And the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
And that touchdown, Charles, with very little time remaining. Boy, it just sucked any energy and momentum out of the other sideline.
Yeah, take an incredible comeback in the final minute to bring this one back to even. A great series there offensively. They saw an opportunity to slam the window shut, and they followed through.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Dak, sliding out of the pocket. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense has been so stingy all game long. No reason to think it's suddenly going to open up now. They took their shot, but this, like many others, falls incomplete.
Here comes 2nd down.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Prescott.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got a showdown in the Sunshine State. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Miami Dolphins, and it's all up next.
Two teams on opposite ends of the Sunshine State. The Jags and Dolphins are underway. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
This is what this man was born for, the big spotlight on the national stage like this. Really, his entire career, he's demonstrated incredible poise, no matter what type of situation his team was in. No situation is too big for him, and you can tell in the way that he takes the field. His self-belief is evident, and he gets the job done in his mind each and every time.
Delay of game, offense.
It didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game in a hurry. The officials did as well.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
They'll run right side with Mostert.
Fighting through, and he's got space. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort.
We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Once again, it's Mostert. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want, and other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Turbo three.
Now a give to Mostert running right.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. They'll run for it with Achane.
And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
They're right here.
A run with Mostert up the middle.
A pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
On gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. That is caught. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? Charles, their first drive of the game, and already they're taking chances here, but they get the 4th down conversion. I'm curious, do you think that that's something they game plan for on the opening drive if it came up, or is that something that happened organically?
I think that they game plan for it, Brandon, and when you think about it, let's just say it. The word analytics is a big part of how everyone looks at a game nowadays, but it's not just the analytics. It's a coach willing to be daring, willing to be bold, and they certainly were there.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle from 17 yards out. And the Dolphins are on the board first here this afternoon. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this.
After review of the play.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They'll be led out by a man who took that huge jump everyone had hoped for in year 2. One of the game's brightest young stars, and that's Trevor Lawrence.
And you want to talk about enormous expectations being placed on a quarterback. How about what Trevor Lawrence faced coming out of college? But the good thing for him, he's used to it. He had the same type of expectations leaving high school and going to Clemson. They always expect him to be a franchise savior, whatever team he joins. And to his credit, he shouldered those expectations, and he's doing everything in his power to follow through.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
2nd and 9. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Charles already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
On 3rd down, Lawrence forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down.
It was a
it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
So on 4th down, here's Logan Cook to punt for Jacksonville. Back deep is Tyreek Hill.
Now Hill to return it.
It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. So Miami coming out for their second drive. They're just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Play action. Now it's Tua. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Ready.
Up the middle they go with Mostert.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11.
21G, 21. Hey!
Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Mostert.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Hey, come up, two.
Here's a handoff to Mostert running left.
Pushing through the contact. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Holding offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
20 TX. 20 TX. Help!
Off of play action. Tagovailoa. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down.
Solo left Zion. Watch it, Oscar. Let's go. Ready.
From the gun, it's Tua. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to have it here just past the 25. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Bigsby with a carry to begin the series.
And he powers his way up past the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
He'll get it here on the jet sweep.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway.
Travis Etienne.
Touchdown, Jaguars.
Travis Etienne.
63 yards.
And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
McManus's point after is good, and we are tied at 7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And he'll going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
And out come the Dolphins now. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
All right.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to pass. Tua. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play.
We'll get an update when we come back to Miami.
James. 32 Stinger.
They hand it off to Mostert.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
Tackle made by Devin Lloyd, the linebacker.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Second and 5. A handoff running left is Mostert. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he winds up getting this all the way down to the Jags' 19-yard line. 81 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
All right, I've got to be careful here. All right, he's on the plus side of 30. There may be a little gray in the beard, but that's not slowing down his speed as far as he's concerned.
What are you saying? I'm on the plus side of 30.
Well, if you're on the plus side of 30, you don't know what I'm on the plus side of. All I know is that run right there, let us know there's still some life in those legs.
Absolutely. Still got a lot of life left in those legs.
Ready, shot?
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Completes it to the... Now the ball comes loose. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence airing it out, looking for Ridley. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Running out of the gun with ETN. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now Lawrence. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. Miami's offense set and ready to go. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Solo left Zion.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Two are going to try and go quickly here.
Brings up 2nd and 18 at the 21-yard line.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And this was a little bit of the knock on him coming out of college. Sometimes the concentration could wander a bit. This should have been a big play, but somehow he's not able to corral it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. In motion, Hill. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. They'll try and lay this out for Chosen. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. On the return, here's Agnew. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Jaguars ready to go on offense for the final time in this first half. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Play action. It's Lawrence. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Deshaun Elliott. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. All right, so we skip the rest of halftime and get set for the third quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. Well, the first half very even. I mean, really in all facets. This ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
They work now on 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Mostert. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. So this game tied at that. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. His interception on that last drive set the other guys up pretty good. They had solid field position. They cashed him with a touchdown. Now he's got to try to get things right here. 1st and 10. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up. 1st and 10 at their own 22. And that is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
11.
Etienne up the middle. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 81 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Here's 3rd and 3. They'll run with Etienne. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, kill.
Now a handoff to Bigsby. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. but I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk, 49 yards. And the Jaguars have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point from McManus is good. And we are tied at 14.
Brendan McManus to kick off for the Jaguars.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And Hill will opt for the touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown. So every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the 2nd half. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll look to Mostert to start things out. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. All even as we get ready to start the 4th.
Play.
2nd and 14.
Number 1. Step. Hey, 21 team. Hey.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14.
Solo left Zion.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he will slide down with a good gain. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
21G, 21G. Hey, 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 hey. 20, TX. Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
Now Tua. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a fourth down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 85 yards rushing now from Mostert as he picks up a first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
On play action, here's Tua. Open man downfield is Hill. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Mostert. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Tua going to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Sanders on for the extra point. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. On the ground with Bigsby to start the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. A nice stick and stop for a loss there from Jalen Phillips.
That seemed to be linebacking 101 on how to diagnose and stop a run.
And what we're doing nowadays is we're taking those former safeties, those bigger guys, and making them linebackers to utilize their speed. He just made an absolute beeline after he diagnosed that play and ended up making a nice tackle on it.
They go play action with Lawrence. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Bradley Chubb charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Now Lawrence on 3rd and long. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland.
I'm not sure I'm absolutely crazy about that play call there. I mean, it's only a one-score game, so is it really time to go bombs away and try and make a big play? I think you can take some underneath stuff and still move it downfield.
Now Mostert. And they'll get this down to the 10.
And that's the type of run that they're looking for because they'll need to continue to rely on him to move the sticks in this tight game in order to preserve this lead.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
So with your team leading in the fourth quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
There's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So here now, Lawrence and the Jaguars. Down 24-14. A minute 17 remains. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Back to throw. Lawrence. Screenplay. Here's Etienne. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, they're not going to go quietly. That's a big play right there. 2 scores down. They're not out of this, but they've got to move.
Well, they need to score, and score quick. 1 timeout remaining. Final minute. 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence. Looking downfield for Jones. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
They've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Second down and 6 now. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And this is going to double their room to maneuver. Able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line.
That's a gain of 5.
Back to throw is Tua. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger. The dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And if it's in the game,
here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here is Gtowncapp heading out to lead this Miami offense.
Every quarterback in the NFL has a little bit of his own signature style out there, but for this guy, he really plays the game in a different way. It's led to a couple double takes from us up here as we see him as something truly unique. It's not that he's just the strongest passer or the best athlete to ever play the position. He just has a certain way of seeing the action, and it allows him to make some special plays out there.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready. 32 stinger. Out.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on second down.
Turbo 3, kick. 8. Get on.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa.
That's going to be caught downfield by Hill.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 30.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Here's a handoff to Mostert running left.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there.
Hey, turbo one. Out.
Second down, here's Mostert again.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Solo left Zion.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That is caught. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 14. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here, just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on 3rd down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Back to the running game with Mostert.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
2nd down. Here's Mostert again.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Play action. Now it's Tua. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick. So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit.
From the left hash, this from 39. The kick by Sanders is good, and the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The 2nd-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
They'll start on the ground with Swift.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring him down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
Hurts. And that's out to the flat for Swift.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Hurts to throw.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line.
Up the middle they go with Mostert.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up.
21G. Hey.
Here's Tua. And that's incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
On 3rd down, HM. And he is going to lose yardage here. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. A 33-yarder from the left hash. Sanders' kick is good, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal, please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. Well, they're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
That one good for 33 and a first.
As always, no rooting interest here, but that was pretty, wasn't it? To see him break through and then pick up his stride.
Yeah, the guy carrying the ball loves it. I think the O-line, they might like and take more satisfaction out of those runs than anybody else, right?
Without a doubt, because they're the ones that often have created it.
Brown the motion man right. First down, and they go with Swift again. Down to about the 45.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now a 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Swift.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, here comes Swift.
And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first.
Defense.
Boy, so that likely would have forced a 4th down were it not for the penalty. Instead, a gift of 15 yards.
That's a tough way to get a gift, isn't it? But the yardage, secondary to what you just described. The big result, a free first down.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
On 2nd down, Swift.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
This now a 3rd and 4.
In motion, the tight end.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Remaining in this first half of football. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. The kick by Elliott is good, and they are on the board, trailing now at 6-3. So if you like field goals, you've come to the right spot. We've had 3 so far.
Well, this is a football game, right?
It is.
How you like that one, huh? You like where I went with that? How about that one?
I like it.
Okay, but hey, let's face it. In this game right now, both defenses have responded well. They're trying to hold the line on this. You just wonder if anyone can break through with a touchdown and put some pressure on their opposition.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The Dolphins about set to go to work on offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
And now look at him go. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It's another first down and what will be a gain of 21 yards. We often poke a little fun at running backs past the age of 30. Oh, they're getting old, they can't run anymore. Well, he's showing past the age of 30, you can still have some nice runs like that.
You certainly can, and I think that we're starting to expand our definition of old running back. Because it used to be as soon as they hit 30, we want to get rid of these guys and go to the younger guys. But now that the guys are taking such great care of themselves, as you pointed out, you can still get explosive runs at any age.
Tua wants to throw it on second down. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to pass. Tua. Throw caught by Achane. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
An 8-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Hey, 21 TX. Hey.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Jason Sanders now for the Miami field goal. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good. And they continue to lead in the battle of field goals here. It's now 9-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He's going to air one out. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Well, time is of the essence. We breeze through halftime, and we are ready for the second half. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
On running plays, linemen, of course, have their assignments. That's expected. But it's not often you're expecting to see a cornerback blitzing in run support and tackling the runner for a loss.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And he's going to go down. Back in his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Jalen Phillips drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up fourth down. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. It's fielded at the 45. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively, just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Dolphins. Robbie Chosen, 46 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games,
is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch. Take it to the house. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at the 20. In motion left goes Smith.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter and the entire fourth remaining. So, stranger things have happened.
On first down, Hurts.
He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
They go play action with Hurts. He'll get that complete to Albert.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Throwing is Hurts. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
2nd down, here's Hurts.
This short throw caught by Goddard. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts.
Going deep here for Watkins. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, Now you've stopped the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback.
There he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane, 82 yards. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Eagles offense back out, getting set for this next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. At the 28-yard
Play action. Here's Hurts. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And Hurts is intercepted. His 3rd of the game. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 5. Once again, it's Mostert. And he's got room. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
What a play there by Fletcher Cox to get in and knock him down behind the line.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. A handoff running left is Mostert. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down.
They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth. Jason Sanders now for the Miami field goal. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements. At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
A gain of 12. And an Eagle first down.
Go Silver, ready?
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. This is complete to Watkins on a slant. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
63. Hey! Now let's get it.
Back to throw again. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Here's Swift. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Hey, 73.
They'll set up to throw. Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And he's got it. Touchdown. Out of the road from 3 yards out. And the Eagles are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2. They'll try to run with Swift. And he'll get in for the score. And that's going to cut the lead down to 13. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure. But that makes it a two-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the two-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready. Because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And the Dolphins are going to recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. That one looks like he'll throw here. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Oh, and that is incomplete. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. To me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. On second down, Mostert. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. 90 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go do the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
On first down, Tagovailoa. That'll be caught by Hill. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
Well, trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Mostert. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll run with Mostert. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1.
Holding. Offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it, but I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win.
set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And we are underway from Miami.
Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense.
And bringing them out is the rare southpaw, his 4th year, coming off his best season as a pro, Gtowncapp.
You want to talk about a driven player, partner. This guy is absolutely that person. He doesn't just have goals in this game. He wants to be remembered among the best to play the position, and he treats every game as an audition for that. It's a lofty goal to set for yourself, but we've seen his drive lead to some impressive games from him. Perhaps another one is in store today.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 18-yard line.
Tua sets up to pass it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
In motion, Hill.
21 TX. Hey. Solo left Zion.
Tua going to throw. Got a man. It's Robbie Chosen. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
A run with Mostert up the middle. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
The Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Again, they'll run it with Mostert.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Taking down at the 19-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now a give to Mostert running right.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Holding offense.
Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
A run straight ahead with Achane. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
2nd and 6.
All right, fellas, listen up.
Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Raheem Mostert taking it in from a yard out. And the Dolphins get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they ended with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. Well, they're brought out by a former #1 overall pick coming off one of his best seasons ever in year 7 of his career, now in year 8, Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl and came really within 1/4 of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. In motion right, that's Williams. On 1st down, Goff. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this 1st quarter. And they'll send the tight end in motion. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety.
All right, partner, deuce is wild on this sequence. 2 plays, 2 sacks, and now 2 points thanks to the safety. Offensively, there just didn't seem to be much of a plan when they came out on attack. That let the defense create a little chaos up front and set up one of their guys to make a play and get through and record the sack.
So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8.
21G, 21G. Hey.
Here's Tua. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. After one, it's 9-0. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Dolphins on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. In motion, Hill.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. Watson, Oscar.
Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And he'll work down inside the 45. 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
In motion left comes Williams. 2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. The defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Delay of game, offense.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Still 4th down.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Watch out for Hill on the return. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Miami set to take over. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
2nd down and 3. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a third and about 3 to go.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
In motion, Hill. They'll run for it with Gtowncapp. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Defensively, they rallied the troops to force fourth down after that 7-yard pickup back on first.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return, and the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Just beating the play clock is gone. He's airing it out for Williams. This is caught at the 20. A big play there for Detroit. 51 yards.
A 51-yard gain. And the Lions first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
2nd down, and they go back.
Yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first.
And absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on its toes and punching. And there was another first down run right there.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Goes out left. It's caught by Williams.
And in for the Lions touchdown.
Jamison Williams hauling that one in from Jared Goff. And the Lions have cut it back within a score.
Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And they're back within a couple at 9-7 now. So that drive, 4 plays.
And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Good.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Buying time to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
32 stairs.
In motion, Hill. Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Inside the 20.
And he will bring it back. An reception, return for a Lions touchdown. How about that for a little jolt right before intermission?
You talk about taking momentum into the half with you, and so many teams have an emphasis on trying to score in the last 2 minutes of a half. To carry that with them, it's not often talked about scoring on defense, though. That's extra mo.
And now they may take the lead into the locker room as well. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Dolphins offense returning to the field.
And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game. Or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And he'll have the Dolphins first down as the tackle made just shy of the 30.
That's good for the Dolphins. First down.
2 now on first down. And going deep for Hill. This is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 71 yards. And the Dolphins will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 2. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Lions going to go back on offense one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here first and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Here's 2nd and 7.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll fake the give. Now gone. They'll roll him out right. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So roughing the passer, and they get the safety there.
And this is one I think where the safeties usually got to come a long way. So sometimes it's tough for them to slow down that momentum. That's going to draw the flag more times than not.
2 for 66. Hey, 76. 14. 14. 17. 17. 17.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's second down. And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we guard the most aggressively, because once they get there, they believe they're in field goal range.
Badgley's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game.
As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
The second half starts with a run by Gibbs. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. And they're going to speed things up here.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 22-yard line.
Goff now looking to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
Caught by St. Brown. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
The tight end in motion right. Now a first down throw. Gone. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
If I'm making excuses, and I am, sometimes the sun can be difficult on a ball like that. That looked like it was going to be right there, but it's in and out of his hands. And a potential big play goes by the wayside.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Third and 8. Another run for Gibbs here. Nifty move. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Now Goff on first down. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
On second down, here's Gibbs. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. St. Brown motioning left. On third down, here's Gibbs. Oh, fighting off the defender. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play.
Look, we talk about second effort all the time, but in short yardage situations, you'd better have second effort in order to try and pick up a first down. And sometimes as a back, you have to be your own blocker too, don't you?
And we talk about running lanes. He made his own running lane right there with that power move. And the slot man goes in motion left.
Delay of game, offense.
Gain on our side.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still first down.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Here's Goff. Open man right side to St. Brown. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
A gain of 11 brings up 2nd and 4 at the 27-yard line.
St. Brown in motion right. The give right side for Gibbs. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
A yard all they need, but it's third down. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. St. Brown in motion right. First down. Here's the run to Montgomery. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. Back now in Miami. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is second and less than a yard. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he is going to lose yardage here. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. 3rd and 2. Goff steps away to his left. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Gibbs will take this one in. It's a Lions touchdown.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it.
Jeff Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. Miami's offense set and ready to go. There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. Now, first down run there by Mostert, but it won't accomplish much. In fact, officially, he'll only get back to the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held him to no gain.
2nd down. Here's Mostert again. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And some room to maneuver. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 62 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. Oh, look at the... And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
We know it's primarily a passing league now, but anytime a runner breaks one like that, you've got to have a secondary that can find a way to it and find a way to get him on the ground. Absent of that, he's going to find the end zone every time.
And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score. But bottom line, they are still on top with the football. And a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. To Montgomery to begin the drive. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4 quarters, hours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
Goff on third down.
That one let go deep for Laporta. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown. Sam Laporta, 78 yards. And the Lions use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game.
31. Dolphins 22. Jack Fox to kick off.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25. And here comes Raheem Mostert and the Miami offense.
They'll be looking to get in the end zone again. Had the touchdown, as you see, last drive on 4 carries. And during the break, we were looking at some of the replays from the previous drive. Really good holes created, great space.
Yeah, I like the observation you had, though, during that break about, okay, they've got to do something to slow down their runners. So is it bringing in more defensive linemen? Is it dropping in extra linebackers? What are you going to do? Personally, I'm going to take my safety and drop him into the box. I'm going to have at least 7 in there until he shows that he can beat me through the air. Yeah. I've got to slow down the running game.
I was just going to say, you'll take the exposure in the passing game over the top until you can prove that you can stop the running game.
Sometimes you go cold because you haven't thrown it in a while. Let's see if he can heat up again.
21G, 21G. Hey.
From midfield, here's Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
A gain of 19 yards.
20, TX.
That's good for a Miami Dolphin.
Watch it, Oscar.
First and 10.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
But so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
A run with Mostert up the middle.
And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 7, which brings up 2nd and 3.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's 2nd down and 3. Throwing Tua. 2nd down. Here's Mostert again.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Well, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's Tua. Mostert is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. Here now, 2nd and goal. Now Tua. They'll run with Mostert. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Raheem Mostert, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Sanders now to add the extra point.
And the lead is down to 2.
So that one an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards.
And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
And Detroit getting set to go now. They have the football. They're looking good, but the lead is just 2. So any mistake in a field goal can beat you. They got to be careful.
And that's where it gets difficult because you don't want that to leak into your thinking. You want to play like, hey, we've got the advantage. We can close this out. Don't play from fear, and they can win this game.
See if they can play fear-free and hang on.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game, 1st and 10 here. They'll go again with Gibbs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Trying the left side with Gibbs. Powering his way forward. Still going. Inside the 10. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it might seal the deal as that makes it a 2-score game here with not a lot of time remaining.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So Tua and the Dolphins down by 9. A little over 20 seconds to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. Tua. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Hey, 21 TX.
Here's Tua. He's going to let it fly. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
2 for 1. 2 for 1. We go 76. 76. We go tonight.
Throwing now. Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So they do get it across for the game-winning touchdown, barring, of course, something crazy happening on the kickoff.
So if we take the crazy out of it, that's the way you close the game out.
Goff now to throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good. And that one hits the ground incomplete. So now just 4 ticks left in this one.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Well, they had one final chance here on the kick return, but no chance on the other side that they were going to let him navigate all the way to the end zone, Charles. And that ends up being the final play in this one.
Yeah, you're right about that. Special teams coaches, they spend a lot of time working on these types of situations, and they go over every crazy possibility that can happen in this situation. They were able to cover successfully and end the game.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. And with that, we sign off from Miami.